Coronavirus.
Dude.
Day 12, I think.
Lockdown.
Is it? What day is it?
It's
What's it, like day 4 of this thing?
well of the citywide lockdown.
Yeah.
It's day 2.
I'll tell you this.
Day 2 of
I got
citywide.
so mad the other night. I was in New York and I was leaving, and that's when all the news started really ramping up about the U.S. and
Oh yeah.
dude, I was so pissed off, and I got home to like 30th Street at like fucking 1:30 in the morning. I'm walking, and like this girl was on the same train as me. She comes up, and like her boyfriend, her husband, was waiting there, and they're going. I break up a makeout party, dude. That's. I did. I was so pissed off, just walking by, scrolling, and I almost and I looked up, and so I was like, all right, come on. I just like Barney Fifed him.
Knock it off now. What are you doing there?
Dude, that's exactly what I did. Not like that. But
Dude, I'm just
I was like, what are we doing? I got so mad.
You went fucking Lithgow from Footloose on him, like, break it up now.
I'm putting balloons in the middle of them. Like, yeah, fucking deviants.
You're smacking his dick down like a cobra, like,
No.
stop it now.
You don't go up here.
You don't go up there. You get back in there.
You look down until you're at your residential space.
I want the maritals. That's what I want.
Yeah, dude. So
Jesus fucking.
it's got me fucking pissed off.
It's the dumbest thing in the world. It's what sucks is like I don't think anybody, or I mean, unless you're completely dumb. So right now everything is locked down. You can't go out anywhere. Everything's closed the fuck down. What I don't think, or like I at least hope people are anticipating, is when people are allowed to go back out again, we are gonna be shit banged, dude. There's gonna be.
What do you mean?
So like bars especially.
Right.
When bars are shut down, people are like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my fucking self, because that's just what you do. You go to a fucking bar. I totally understand that. But when this whole thing, whenever it does pass and people are allowed to go back out again, bars are going to be slammed with fucking people. And that's where actually the idea of like, you know, the quarantine thing is like, if things just operated normally like they should or could,
Yeah.
say you actually are sick and then you go into a group of people like, oh, finally, we can finally go back to another major function with thousands of people.
Right.
Let's just go all at once. That's a fucking slippery goddamn slope.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that like people aren't really looking at it in a scope like that at all. Everyone's just like, oh, I can't wait to get paid again. I can't wait to work again. Yeah, me fucking neither. But I also am not retarded. Like, I'm thinking about this like long game. It's like, you know, it's like a weird thing to think about, because you have to really look at it like, you know, I want to go back to work, can't go back to work. And then when I do go back to work, I'm going to be surrounded with the biggest dumb shits that have been antsy for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Flying off the fucking handle.
Yeah, they have to go nuts because they haven't been allowed in a bar.
That's
You don't
what
see that
happens.
much with like education. You know, like,
No.
God, I can't wait. I'm going to fucking study
I
this
need to
shit.
go. You don't
The
know
library closes down. They come in hot.
It's book nerds just like jacking off on fucking Robert Frost, like, the road less traveled, dude. I need to get this learning.
Yeah,
Nobody-
shitty timing for our real first sponsor.
Oh, I know.
How about it?
Fucking know.
God damn it. We get fucking, so for everyone listening, we get reached out to by mybookie.com. And
That sounds like such a clandestine.
I feel like my uncle just called me. It was like, listen, it's called mybookie.com.
Don't
Just
worry
fucking
about
tell
it.
people to go on it. It's my email. I'm like, what? I swear to God. So this guy reaches out and he's like, you know, the guy himself, he's a fan of the podcast. And then he said, here's how we do it. And I was like, I get the gist. You give us a fucking promo code. We read it. Whatever.
Fine.
But then he showed me the price on how much we get for the read. And I was like, we'll definitely do that. Please, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm in. Plus, we get everybody who's used, we get, money off of everybody who used our promo code. So I was like, all right, send it. And then a couple days went by. I didn't hear anything. I was like, all right, this guy's a fucking flake. Comes back. There's the fucking sign-in sheet for like the official, like, how we transaction the money. Here's the script. And literally 2 days later, it's like, the NBA's done, NHL's done. I was like, God damn it.
That was, I gotta be honest with you, dude. Watching the NHL like go out, I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta be fucking kidding? The Flyers are on fire fucking right now.
Yeah,
dude.
and then they lose. They break the streak. What they got 9?
They did 9 in a row.
And then they lose that one. And then they close the season off. That was on Tuesday when they shut the NBA down,
dude.
Because we watched the teams come out. They filled the stadium, and then they just made them all leave. They're like, we're not going to start the game because there's a virus that if a lot of people get in the same area together, it could spread. And everyone's sitting there like, why'd you seat us? They're like, all right, you can go home now. It's like, well, yeah, it fucking sucks now.
They play the jock jams as they're leaving. It's like,
that's like putting your dick in some slam pig. She's like, just let you know, I probably have AIDS. You should have told me that before I put my dick in you.
You should have said that before, man. Oh, have you ever been in that situation?
With the NBA or AIDS? Honest God, twice. Both sides.
No, there was one time where I remember I was fucking around with this chick, and we were getting into it. And like, there's not, because like I know the situation I got going on, and I'm pretty upfront and honest about that. But like,
sure,
this was a while ago.
Okay.
And we were getting down, and I remember like I was below her belly button, and I was getting down there, and then she like kind of puts my head or her hand on my head, and I was like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Hey, so just gonna let you know, I've got chlamydia." Like, these are things that could have been addressed.
That's before the clothes come off.
Before anything happens. And it's like, again, I'm not going to be like, you bitch.
Yeah.
But a part of me was like, you fucking asshole.
Is
like,
that when you roll over your phone, you're like, just Google this real quick? Because, I mean, if she says that to you at the bar before you even get into anything at the house, it's like, all right, well, I got time to think about it now, but you're in the act. Dude. You're right there. You're like,
boy's already up.
Yeah.
The fucking cobra's about to strike, dude.
You come off, your tongue's already what? It's like a magic trick.
It looks like when they take a fucking spatula out of pizza. It's just like
gross. It's a great rendition of what her pussy looked like. It was just the cheese coming off of the spatula. Jesus Christ. So you ate her.
No, I didn't.
You went deep dish. Dude, like Chicago style.
Chicago style. I was like, I'm going Chicago, dude. I'm going Lake Michi on this, dude. But I think it's crazy. Like, if you got a situation, just air the fuck. I don't know. I understand people think.
Well, you do.
I do. Yeah.
That's what I mean. And you're just trying to get someone to kind of reciprocate and, maybe do the same thing. You do. I've said this a million times in the past. You are very open about.
I can't not be. And that's
your whole coronavirus situation down there. You just tell girls your dick has coronavirus.
Dude, he's got bone
Here's the
coronavirus,
thing.
dude.
I didn't get it, but my dick is quarantined.
It's like Dustin Hoffman from Outbreak down there, dude. It's just the monkey. It's just like
it's just Kevin Spacey at the end. You're whacking it to get hard.
Wake up! He's slowly dying.
But I get that. It's like, why isn't
and again,
I get it. It's not a easy thing, but I feel like that's like a riding the bike situation. It's like once you get up on 2 wheels and you get it, it's not hard to do. Like in your situation, I'm only speaking towards yours. Like, I'm sure the first maybe 2 or 3 times telling a girl, it's tough. It's like, fuck.
First off, it's always tough.
Sure. But at the same time, it's easier, is what I mean. It's like, you're like, fuck it. I've done this a million times.
It's got to, like, I don't know. What I've also found is, quite frankly, like, there are some chicks who are, and again, I'm not expecting anybody to be like, what the fuck? I'm not expecting anybody to be mad.
Sure.
But I'm also not expecting people to be, like, totally cool with it. That is another thing. Like, where
I don't what
it happened.
where they're like definitely.
Well,
that's my turn on.
First off, there was one chick. There was one chick. I'd like we matched on Tinder or whatever, and we fucking got together, and then like we were openly talking about like hooking up. We were like everything was ready to go. So I'm like, man, I like where this is going, but I got to be honest with you, And when I fucking said everything, she was like, well, I'm kind of in the same situation. I'm like, you weren't going to tell me.
We could share everything.
Like, it's just like, no, it's like you weren't going to say anything.
What'd she have?
The same.
Okay.
So
That's
like
fucked up.
But like that's what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah.
Is that like I said whatever I needed to say.
Yeah.
And then like she just wasn't gonna. And that like in my head I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
It's like now I don't even want to hook up with you out of principle. I will because I'm gonna. And,
Yeah, and you're a scumbag,
you know,
so it's like
salad.
should I wear my pink shirt? I don't know.
I'll wear my finest Hawaiian for you.
Wait, so did you hook up with her?
Yeah, of course I did.
Christ.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Dumbest thing in the world.
After you're done, you're like, you really do gotta tell people about that.
I was like, you should learn. You should learn and clean yourself up. But you should learn. I just, I never got that. I never understood. You got to be full disclosure. You got to talk about your Crohn's, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's all I'm talking about.
yeah, you should.
You should.
I'll tell you this though, I got this troll that hates me on YouTube. Now that we're doing video.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. It's every YouTube video that I'm in that goes out like, so Lewis just put out that Real Ass podcast that me and Florentine were on.
Yeah.
And it went up. I never go to the comments on any. I always look at just how many views it's getting. It was doing great with views, obviously, because my name's on it, not Florentine. Not Jim Florentine. I was like, come on, wash up, get it together.
Get your shit.
Dude, he's so fucking funny, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't look at the comments, and then like the next day or a couple days later, I was on YouTube looking something up, and that obviously came up, and I was like, oh, let me check the views. And I went to it. It was like 2,000. I was like, what the fuck? This thing was at like 11,000 yesterday. They had to re-upload it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I went to the comments to see if anybody said anything, and it was like 12 comments, and it was like, why isn't this the same episode? Yeah, why the re-upload? And then some dude was like, they were scared because the first one was gonna make people die of boredom. I was like, that's pretty good. But it's also like, and then the last one at the very end just says, Brian 6 ruined this podcast. I was like, yes. But the funny thing was, I'm not going to lie. I've seen him comment that before. So there's just some dude out there. His name's like Jujitsu. Yeah, that's his sweet ass fucking YouTube name. You fucking dork. You also spell my name with a Y. I was going to comment and be like, yeah, but Brian 6 crushed on this. I was like, you fucking piece of shit.
Just imagine, dude. When you were talking, I was like, I don't know why everything I put my name on turns to gold. I don't get it. Just imagine you almost like tie guy Eddie. Just like, look, okay, I know what you guys are thinking. You want to be on Real Ass Podcast? Throw me in the mix. We are going up a tenfold. I'm telling you, you want to see skyrockets in flight?
All right.
We're going up.
Dude, the thing was, it's like, I'm at the mercy of Lewis on that show.
I know.
He's bringing up fucking Franco getting Me Too'd, okay? And then he's bringing up fucking, we go into the whole Me Too thing. Now,
oh, man.
Now, I get it. I know. If anybody should be speaking on the YouTube movement, it should be Louis J. Gomez.
Of course.
I love him to death. One of the best out there. He is the man. But I got to be honest with you. His ideas don't match everyone else's.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
They match mine. I'm with them.
They're on the cusp.
He drops a line. He's like, I don't think Louis did anything wrong. I'm like, isn't this a bit? It's like your special.
Yeah,
great bit, but like, come on. I've heard it.
Yeah, we get it.
Dude, but fucking Florentine was talking about how he, back in the 90s, like, when him and, like, Levy were running around.
Oh, yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Zach brought up a few things about listening to Florentine back in the day. It's like, dude, he's so fucking funny. And he started talking about when they were on the road, him and Levy would go to their hotel room and take all the chairs out and put it in either the MC's room or whoever was hosting. So when the girls came back, they had no place to sit except the bed. I was like, a genius. I was like, my head's like, oh my God. Then he was like, yeah, it didn't matter. We used to buy fish penicillin in case we caught anything. I was like, what's that? He goes, yeah, it's cheaper. It's over the counter. It does the same thing. I was like, does it?
Reference like, it's like, yeah, we used to take the toilet out. I'd be like, here's my mouth. I don't know.
You see Levy. He's It's like, Jim, they won't even notice.
They don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna lay down.
But
with
yeah,
a mouth.
it's just wild, dude. He used to buy fish penicillin.
I don't. What is fish penicillin?
I don't know. I guess if they fish get the clap too or something. I don't know.
I don't think.
And blowfish are whores.
What I'm also saying is like, what person's like, you know what, man?
Probably Florentine and Levy in the 90s. Like, dude, it's only $6.
So here's the thing. I've been thinking about fish fucking a lot. There's a lot of fish in the sea. That's what they say. So, like, think about it.
They gotta be fucking.
First off, fish dicks all pimpled up. They're wrecked.
You're seeing shit. It's a shoelace.
It just comes out like a fucking, like, you know, like, it looks like someone shooting a toilet paper gun right now. But that's not the point. I'm thinking, one, we got $1 million idea right here.
Yeah.
We go, oh, dude, we should be selling fish penicillin.
I don't know if they still do. I think it got outlawed. You probably get it in Mexico.
It's like fish
I
penicillin.
swear to God, dude. It's
don't-
so funny.
Like, I'm just saying, what doctor was like, man, look at these fish. That one's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
got.
I think they just
like-
did it for the price and the availability.
But I'm just saying, like, fish penicillin is like. It's like, well, we have bear topical cream as well. We've seen some bear out here with some really hard crabs.
We're all out of fish penicillin. We don't have this rhino dick cream, though. You could eat that.
So we have white-tailed deer pubic lice remover.
These animals are fucking getting it
Dude,
in.
those animals are gross.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
animals only raw. That's another thing. Animals only raw dog one another.
Yeah.
There's no way. I've always often thought about that too. I've thought of there's got to be
About-
like, because if there's fish penicillin,
Yeah.
that means fish got like some sort of like,
Well, there's also
Venereal-
penicillin can also do other things and clean up the clap.
yeah.
Cleans up other stuff. You're like, what?
I'm actually allergic to penicillin, so I can't.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I can never get the sif, dude.
Ah.
I never get that.
Yeah, if you get that, you're fucked.
I'm crazy, bro.
Ah, that sucks.
I've thought about that before too.
Wait, you don't wear your metal bracelet? Did you have one when you were a kid?
Oh no. So
Remember
this
those allergic to penicillin ones?
no, I don't.
They used to have the metal, like it was a bracelet.
Oh, I thought the only people who wore those bracelets was like when they were like diabetic or something.
No, they do them for allergic to penicillin. Well, for like kids and old people.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I didn't have one of those.
You should start rocking one. It's like, sup,
girl?
bitch? You better fucking not have fucking drippy puss. Because I am allergic.
Yo, did you just put a fucking M80 in that
I love how
pussy?
you just stand there like a fucking civil rights black leaders. Listen, bitch.
Listen, that's all it says is listen.
That's what your fucking bracelet says. Listen, bitch.
Listen, bitch.
You're just like,
It's like at the Olympics, and just like
I'm allergic.
the penicillin. If you make my dick crazy, we're all fucked.
That's crazy.
But no, I've often thought,
About animals raw dogging.
well, they're always raw dogging, so that's
Yeah.
there's got to be like, I know there's feline AIDS. That was a thing.
Yep.
So there's got to be like,
Feline herpes.
there's got to be like fucking bear herpes.
You see a bear in the woods. Jesus Christ. Whew. He's instead of rubbing his back on a tree, it's just his dick. He's like, they're like, Bob, I told you. And Kodiaks are whores.
I said stay away from her. She was with that guy and that guy.
Dude, we get it. You're a black bear. We know what you got. You ain't gotta fuck every fat polar bear out
I
there.
understand you're going to hibernation. You got to get it in, but you knew. We told you.
Every black bear out there, just fucking fat, ugly polar bears named Andrea. Only bears that black bears go through. It's like, damn, she got fat ass. Yeah, dude, it's just some diseased, riddled polar bear.
Dude, STD polar bears are like, that's
a thing.
what I think's wiping them out. I don't think climate change is real.
I don't think climate change is real.
Dude, if there's one guy's like, climate change, STDs and polar bear
Bear
world,
AIDS running rapid.
it's nuts.
Dude.
It is running wild down in Antarctica. But like, I've also thought like, fuck, if There's one other thing that I've also been weird. Like there's no like genetic disease with like wild animals, and I've always been like
There is. It's wait, genetic disease?
what I'm saying is like let's put it this way. There's no moose with like autism.
Maybe. You see them fighting in driveways? I think that was over ketchup packets. About how many they could eat in one sitting.
It's like moose has autism.
I think all animals are a bit tissed.
Yeah, they probably got a touch of. I'm just saying, I'm also like, I don't know.
What?
I think about like, there's no, like, I know there was like that one tiger with like Down syndrome that everyone talks about.
There's what?
The tiger with Downs.
There's a tiger with Downs?
Yeah, you never seen the Downs?
No.
Tiger? Dude. It's like Baloney the tiger, dude. It's just like
Baloney the tiger. Baloney the tiger. Get the fuck out. That's its real name?
No, I'm just saying, like, instead of Tony, it's Baloney, dude.
Baloney the tiger.
They're good.
There's an extra chromosome. Baloney the tiger. Oh, the other tigers walk out. This other one just walks out, just pants up to here. Jacket button real zipped up high. Got the drool going. It's like, that's baloney.
He's good. I swear to God, he can do a job real good if you ask him. He's like Sling Blade.
Dude.
He's just rubbing his balls.
I think that was wrong with Harambe. I think he is downsed.
Dude, what, Harambe was
Yeah.
down? That's, dude, I've also thought about that too. Like, chimpanzees and like gorillas are like the closest thing we got. There's
Yeah, they got
be.
massive strength.
Yeah.
But they're wild. They're like, oh, just because I was like, they might just be downsed. I don't think anybody's exploring that part of the gorilla world.
Of Downs gorillas?
How many downs we got? Because those ones with the noses, dude, it's like, come on. They got something going. And the ass out, they got those red hot downs. Red hot ass
You're
downs.
just going after species of animals, like, that one looks retarded.
I'm like, you seen that bird?
I got downs.
Dude, come on. It's a colorful downs, dude. All toucans.
Dude, toucans. Downs, toucans. That makes me wonder if Toucan Sam had downs.
He did.
So you got Baloney the tiger.
Baloney the tiger.
And Fruit Loop Sam. Just
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Yeah. Follow your nose.
That's all he says.
He's like, well, you all right?
Yeah. Did you eat today? He's like, I followed my nose. Like, all right.
Where'd you follow your nose? Like, to the micro machines. I ate some. It's like, God damn, Toucan.
Yeah, dude. That's something we could look into.
I've just wondered about it. Like, there's gotta be downs to animals.
I know there is. And I also know that there's certain species of dogs that get their own kind of diseases. Like bulldogs, they have like
well, that's because they're like skin. It's
sure.
like a
Well,
fucking...
it is, but it also isn't. It's like corgis are another one. Corgi dogs have like their own. They literally will get diseases that no other dog breed will get.
Wow.
Bulldogs obviously don't have a long lifespan.
No.
You know?
That's also another thing. It's like kind of fucked up. And I'm not saying bulldogs are like you're not making a mistake buying or raising a bulldog. It's just like, fuck, man.
Love bulldogs.
They're great looking, but like, man, that's got to be a shitty.
I mean, if you look at a bulldog's face, it's telling you off the face. It's like, I got like 7 or 9 years in me, dude. I ain't doing this.
That's how I feel about like Great Danes when you see them walking around. Like, fuck.
They try and strut their stuff, but
Dude.
they're like, they're like the minute bowls of fucking of dogs. They're gonna get something.
They only
Can't be walking around 9'2" without tying your dick in a knot, not able to get anything.
That dog's dick is gigantic.
I mean, obviously with the tall, like, you know, Yao Ming and Dikembe Mutombo or
they're gonna have like
Manute Bol.
bone disease.
It is. It's like the one guy who was like the tallest guy in the world. There's
Yeah.
that one picture. It was back in like the 40s or 30s, whatever. It's like
terrible.
yeah, and they also told him when he was born he wasn't gonna because the circulation wouldn't get to the rest of his
Even Andre
body.
the Giant, dude.
Right. Well, it didn't help that he was drinking a keg of beer and shitting on a drop mat every day. He's like, this is healthy. Hey, do you have a drop mat? I got shit.
Andre the Giant going into Home Depot buying a drop mat
Hey.
just for shitting.
Hey, where do you keep your drop mats? I have to shit. He's questioning it.
No toilet can handle my bowel movements.
Dude, if he ever fucking repped any toilet company, it's like that's the golden standard right now.
Seriously.
If Andre can sit his fat ass on it,
That's another thing. I'm like, how big were those dumps, dude?
I mean, I always think about it like lately is like if he had the diet of you and the fucking body of him, like he was putting away tuna and hot dog omelets, booze, kegs of beer, and we're talking this before noon. You imagine that 2 p.m. pinch time, dude? That's like, you got guys on the tarmac bringing that ass in, dude. It's
Imagine
like,
the Giant with 6 cups of coffee and I'm just like, I
oh
don't
my
know.
God. Dude, just morning shits alone.
Dude.
Like, obviously, as you get older, your bowel movements are kind of more scheduled as opposed to
Yeah,
being
of
a
course.
kid.
Yeah.
Now, Andre the Giant lived till what? He was 37?
Yeah, he was in his late 30s, yeah.
Okay. Do you imagine him when he hit like, I mean, dude, he was probably getting them at like 8.
Dude. His dumps, I'm pretty sure you could paint a house with.
Oh.
At the end of it.
That's because he had to shit on them. He just shit on a house. They just put him on the top. It's like, oh.
Dude,
That's why he had that single.
yeah,
You just take that one shoulder off, dude. You needed easy access, dude. There's no, dude. You imagine the fucking underwear of Andre the Giant? He throws that flag on the ground.
just someone's parasailing with it. Like,
It's the shit stained parasail.
it's just one huge skid mark the size of a
It's like,
highway.
there's some sweet flames on there. It's like, no, it's Andre the Giant shit. It's like, oh, I can smell it now.
Oh no, dude!
Oh man.
No one ever talks about Andre the Giant's dumps.
They did, but like it was right after that documentary on HBO came out. Because that was when they were like, yeah, he was flying at one point, and he was in first class, and they just put down a drop mat for it. Because, like, if he sat on the toilets on the plane, that could have fucked shit up, dude. That plane can't handle that.
How?
You got to leave a mountain.
Dude.
He left
how-
piles, dude.
Dude, it's like that scene from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's just like, we got to dig through it to figure out what's
Yeah.
going on with Andre the Giant.
It's, dude, every time he shit, Jeff Goldblum came up, was like, that is one big pile of shit.
Dude, I can't imagine. That's also another thing is like when you see someone that big, you can only, when you're that gigantic, I guess your only like fucking option for like work is show business.
Yeah, I
You know
mean,
what
it's
I
not
mean?
like he could go be an accountant.
No, like no one's going to that guy.
Yeah, dude. He's like, hey, our quarterlies already. Huh? Hey. Anybody got the W-2s?
Not trusting that guy
No.
at all. Like even if he was like just a mechanic, I'd be like, I don't.
It'd be funny. He's like, here's the problem. And just lifts your car up
Yeah, it's like
right there. I'm like, whoa,
he
dude.
turns it over. He's like,
It's like a micro machine to him. He's spinning the wheels like a retard. He's
dude.
like, "Ah."
Also, I've often thought about fucking Andre the Giant finger banging Annie.
Ugh. I mean, I would think his index could put down most black porn stars.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Mr. Marcus was like, damn, that thumb?
What is that?
He was thumbing him. He's just E.T., but porn.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure the amount of uterine
Well,
cavities.
there's that one famous picture of him holding a can of beer,
Yeah, it's
which is a
just-
regular, 12 or
Yeah.
16 ounce can of beer or whatever. Wait, what's standard can? Is it
12
12?
ounce.
12 ounce.
12
So
ounce.
he's like holding whatever, like a Coors Light Banquet, but it looks like a baby fucking drink that like they use on like, you know, their Barbie sets. But that's a real can. And it's like, damn, dude, that's girth and hugeness.
Dude.
It's like Dr. J could palm a fucking record.
Of course.
But he was skinny long dick.
Yeah,
like he was E.T.
Dude, he was definitely like
If E.T. were to do a porno, they'd have to use Andre the Giant hands.
Dude.
He's like, come on, come. And then instead of the other thing, it's
That's
just
also like I never was the Giant married? Did he have a fucking wife?
nah, dude. I don't think so.
No, I don't think he was either.
I mean, by traditional standards, horrendously ugly man. It's just horrible looking. Now hold on. Let's look at it. He was, he was known in the 70s and 80s. Just hard. Because I know you picture the same thing I did from the neck up. You're like, neck down.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. Big guy.
Big, huge dude.
Big dudes. Plenty of girls out there that just love bigger dudes, powerful guys. Then you get up. And then he's wearing that veil of a haircut.
Yeah, dude.
It looks like his head looks like a Victorian painting.
It's like his fucking rock. That's what I'm saying. Like Andre Giant looked like if Rocky Dennis got a perm.
Yeah, just grow it out. He's like, hey, I dyed it.
You like it,
dude? But oddly enough, that's what his face looked like when he came. Rocky Dennis.
It morphed into
his hair's red. Cher's there for some reason. It's like, what the fuck? Sam Elliott walks in. It's like, whoa.
Dude, that's another thing, man. It's like.
Also, it's like, that's the thing, though. He was such a fucking, he got, I think, so engulfed in the fact that he became this huge fucking worldwide name. And obviously he was in the golden age of wrestling. It's like, it was the Giant. Like, he was fucking, dude, he partied. Funny thing is, I was about to say, partied harder than anyone. Well, let me stop myself there. I watched Ric Flair's.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, you better watch that right now.
Yeah, I'm like, partied harder than anyone. Macho Man shows up. He's like, what's that?
Macho Man's like, I think I got a little problem.
Yeah, dude. Flair's like, huh? What's going on? What are we talking, partying?
I think the only person who could bury Macho Man with cocaine abuse could be the Giant.
Yeah, because he just was like, yeah, that's cool. Dude, yeah. I'm sure he did cocaine,
Of course he did. He did it through a garden hose.
But also, what was he? He was Austrian or?
The Giant? He was French.
He was French.
He's
okay,
French.
Yeah, duh. Okay, so that's so funny, too, that he represented that country. And he was bigger than 3/4 of every person that lives there.
Seriously.
Like the country, not the people. Like, he was bigger than Leon's. I'm telling you, look at map out, dude.
Dude.
Just huge. And then it's like these little, we won't get into it. But it's like, I look at it like this. We go back, going back to if he was married. He might have been. I'm sure he had girls, but every picture, he's got girls hanging off his arms, which is insane to me. Every guy in the 70s was god-awful ugly. Every guy, including my father. Horrendous looking.
Bad looking dudes. I was looking at pictures of Tom from the 70s like, well, how did that guy?
Oh, I do it all the time currently to my dad.
It blows my mind.
I look at my mom and her pictures, angel. I look at this dickhead coming in from South Philly with a fucking blacked out work van that he probably got off fucking from his cousin, stolen from somewhere. He's like, hey, I'm taking her out wearing a shirt like that because he wears Hawaiian shirts and a ponytail. This dickhead's going to walk up. I swear to God.
Your dad directing porn? What the fuck?
He was director / starring. He was manager / coach.
So here's the thing. I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
He was a player coach in porn back then.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, but it's like, but I get it. It wasn't our time. It was, that was cool back then. But I look at Andre. I'm like, nothing about your face or haircut tells me maybe he's European or maybe that's the style. No, both horrendous. There's nobody in France that's like, man, I'm going to get the Andre today. I'm like, that's just an ugly woman's haircut. Seriously. It's a puffed out, fucking get it together kind of haircut.
That's also another thing is I've seen women who look like Andre the Giant. That's what's so crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went to high school.
They take the same dumps. I need to drop mat, Miss Stevens. Instead of getting a bathroom pass, they just bring down a fucking drop. It's a drop mat from the fucking teacher's closet. It's like, here you go, Dorothy. She's like, I'll be right back.
She rolls it up like a yoga mat. Like, I'm ready to fuck shit up. I ate Wawa earlier today. Jesus. Fucking. I went to high school with a chick who was like.
No, was she big?
She was the definition.
Or was like
she was an Amazon for the most part, but like she was 6'2" or 3".
Oh wow. So that's big. And I mean, I'm sorry. What I meant was she big for you guys were in like 8th grade and she just kind of hit that sprout?
So when I got into high, she was a transfer from somewhere else, and I
France. It's Andre's daughter.
Dude, she was
Andrea the Giant.
She was from the Mutant League, dude. She just showed up like, what is happening?
She's like a villain in Mad Max.
Dude, she looked like Bane, dude. She's just like...
She's like, Spring City.
Just looming over the town like... Maybe they don't even lock their doors.
Yeah. I'll tell you who doesn't. That one. Tom's on his roof in a canoe. He's like, I'll fucking take this bitch out.
So how many points do I get? Is it hunting season yet? Got any tags for that? I don't even know if that's a doe or a buck. Oh, who knows? That's going down, dude.
So wait, she was 6'2".
She was gigantic. And
What year was this?
this was this is my junior and senior year.
Okay.
And I remember there was a couple times and again, she was not the best looking girl.
Yeah, I mean 6'2". Who is?
Well, no,
I'm not the saying, and not.
No, she
let
was
me rephrase that. In Spring City at 6'2", you might as well have 3 fucking eyes. It's like, that makes sense.
I mean, I've hooked up with taller chicks.
Yeah,
taller chicks are great.
Nothing against taller chicks.
No, there's
Not
nothing
by
against
any
taller
means.
chicks at all. What I'm saying is, I would say she just wasn't. She wasn't proportionate. Like there was like.
What do you mean?
What I'm saying is like her arms were.
Her
arms.
legs were 200 pounds. She had 400-pound tits. It was really weird.
No, dude.
What's happening?
She just had shorter arms, like, but like really long legs, but like a short torso. Like it didn't.
Okay.
So she kind of looked like. She just looked like a cartoon, like a really poorly.
It's a shame too. With that young too, being that like tall, it's like,
man,
ugh,
it was.
I feel horrible.
But she had a boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
Scott Shepherd. Chef's like, yeah, right. You might know my girl.
Yeah.
She's huge and disproportionate.
Here's the thing.
I love them disportion.
You know what? Disport.
I'm into that disport porn.
I like when I can't tell odds from ends, dude. When I put my arms around her and I just feel the little flappies on my fucking ribbies.
So wait, who was the boyfriend? Was it a real person? Or
Yeah,
she
it was
just
it
said-
was a real guy. He went to the high school. I knew him.
Was he weird?
No, he was
Normal dude.
He was just a tall. He was also just
Another
a
tall guy?
gargantuan man.
Was he heinous?
He actually wasn't that bad looking of a dude.
All
But
right.
apparently she did weird shit.
That she put out.
Oh yeah.
She has to. At that height, that
Yeah,
disproportion, you got to put puss out.
I'm just saying, like,
What did that thing look like? She was 6'2". The pussy was 7'4". Yeah, dude.
That is
Yeah.
Predator
Yeah.
sniz, dude. Fucking,
It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles nemesis or that little brain.
it's Krang.
It's a pussy. Controls the rest of the body. It's a pussy.
Fuck me. Put it inside.
Oh my God.
Dude, a vagina that looks like Krang.
Wait, how long did they date for?
They dated for all of high school, man.
Are they still together?
I have no idea.
Have you ever looked her up?
No.
Should we call her?
I call
Yo, Krang, you still out there?
I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to that sniz.
Do you know the guy still? Or-
No.
No, you
No.
just knew him in high school.
I just knew, like, I didn't even really know him. Like, I just knew of him. I'm like, holy shit, look at, like, it was like, no, they're a power couple. I'm like, I don't know about that. They're a
Power forward
No,
couple.
I was like, they're a power plant couple.
That's good.
They are fucking,
There you go.
they're a cooling tower material.
Yeah. Over by the cloud machine shop.
Seriously. They're going to definitely have a nuclear family, I'll tell you about that.
Oh my God.
It
I
is.
can imagine those two having sex. Young, not knowing what to do.
Oh, my God.
But just all the free time in the world. Because they're not getting invited to parties.
No. Well, I mean, that was also another thing is, like, people knew him and they were like, both of them were nice.
Yeah, you did. That's
They
what I
weren't-
mean.
They weren't like dicks.
All joking aside, they were just tall people.
They were just also like, holy shit.
In their defense, anybody over like 5'8's towering on you.
Yeah, well, fuck off.
You're like, look at this fucking disproportion.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I'll be down
What,
here.
because you can reach the top shelf, you fucking mutant? Fuck off. No, I also, I don't know, like, I that's a funny thing you mentioned, like, you know, like,
What?
just not knowing, like, sex in high school, you're doing whatever you think sex is. And I could only imagine when there's, like, more folds than not.
I'd always assume that there was more bouncing involved because I would get off to the Spice Channel. But I didn't know that wasn't the people actually doing that. That was the channel. I was like, this motherfucker's bouncing this ass, dude. It's like, boom, boom, boom. I'd be in there. I was like, can we get some wavy lines?
Hold on.
I'm not doing it right.
I'm going to squint my eyes and just rub them real hard. And then
I'm going to turn you off, turn you right back on real quick.
I'm going to hit you on the side.
Get arrested for assault. Punch a bitch. I'm like, you reset her, you get her clear for a second.
What I'm saying is, if you turn it off, turn it back on, then hit the side, you get it clear for a little bit. I don't know.
It's good 20 secs.
No cop in the world would convict.
Dude. Yeah. I just remember thinking, well, you would go off everybody else. So everybody had that one friend who started banging early. Like my one buddy.
Yeah.
He listens to this. I won't put it out there. But he started banging like fucking 8th grade.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she was 7th grade. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
part of me was like, hell yeah.
At the time, I was like, fuck yeah. Now I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're white trash. But anyway.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so they actually were together for like, I don't know, up until like our junior year, so her sophomore year, off and on. But like, dude, I remember asking the dumbest questions about it because I didn't know. So I'm like, is she a screamer? That's like all I knew. It's like girls could be loud.
That's your whole mindset. It's screaming.
Yeah.
Sex.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. All that sounds good, but is she a screamer?
She yell in your face.
She does stuff when it goes in there. Where's it go anyway?
Yo, anyway, what's that butthole look like? Level with me on the butthole.
Like, what kind of outfit you wearing?
Are you a cop when you do it?
I'm like, dude, the shirt you wear, is it button off or is it like buttons? A lot of the porn I watch is from the early 80s.
Are you wearing a headband half the time?
Yes. Do you rip a lot of shirts off when you come into the room? I feel like that's a standard. Do you point and do an arm flex?
You look at the mirror.
Do you Pat Bateman it?
Dude, I knew a chick actually growing up that like this kid named Greggy. He apparently fucked this chick only in the they never had vaginal intercourse.
Oh, I know. I think I talked about this. I know a guy who fucked a girl in he was a grade up. She was in my class. And he fucked her in the ass because she didn't want to lose her virginity.
Yeah, that's
such a cop-out, too,
it's
by the way.
crazy as fuck.
If you get fucked in the ass, you're more than DV'd. You're a whore now. You have jumped from... You are. I'm sorry, but that don't ride with me. She's like, well, I never had anyone put it in my pussy. I'm like, you had someone put it in your ass. You're disgusting. For the first time, you were okay with that? What kind of whore does that? A whore, I'll tell you. I'm not lying.
No, I disagree. I think.
Oh, you think they're still
not a virgin, but I don't think they're whores for taking a dick in their butt.
I think they're on the right path.
I
They're
don't
like,
know.
we can't have sex in my pussy because I don't really love you. But if you want to put it in my ass, and I know I'm in 9th grade, it's like, yeah, dude, you're on the road.
Dude, 9th grade anal.
None of them graduated high school, dude, or college. All of them are working fucking 80 hours a week somewhere.
9th grade anal.
Dude, that's good porn. It's not bad.
Well, where are you?
I never watched it.
I was gonna say, where are you watching that? Uzbekistan? I go overseas. I watch some 9th grade anal.
I'm like Luca in that German fucking internet cafe. He goes in there. That would have been funny if he got busted. Just real quick. If Luca didn't get busted looking himself up on the fucking FBI website, but he just got busted watching like underage porn because in Germany they just don't give a fuck.
I went in there and I honestly thought they were not going to see me. And then I looked up 9th grade anal. There's nothing more I like than watching underage children fuck each other in the butt. I'm devastatingly stupid. And then I got busted. Just like, nah, right?
He's like, you want in on this?
I don't know if you see this right now. These kids don't even know what algebra is. These kids just got out of personal finance class and now they're fucking each other in the butt.
But you can't tell me that's not on the road.
Oh yeah,
It's okay. Let me take that back. It's either
Yeah,
on
I
the
was gonna
road
say.
to, or they're in front of the game to where if a girl's okay with taking it in the ass instead of the vagina in like 9th, 10th grade, so she stays a virgin. That's puts you immediately on the road to be a whore. I'm not. Hear me. Wait for it. Or you're ahead of the game to where when you finally do let someone put their penis in your vagina, it's gonna actually mean something. Do you see how stupid that sentence sounded when I said it? They're whores, dude. If you're letting some guy stick a dick in your ass and just saying like, "Oh, I still want to be a virgin," it's like, dude, I'd rather hold off on the hymen than break the poop. You know what I'm saying,
dude? Could
you
you
break the
imagine
poop first?
9th grade shit dick?
That would fuck you
Dude,
up.
that's what I
You
mean.
come out you're like, oh my god, I got a
Dude.
disease,
If you got poop all over your dick in 9th grade,
dude.
I don't know if you'd be able. I don't know. Because I'm a guy. I've had poop on my dick 3 times.
Okay.
Have you?
What are you counting it?
Because I just remember.
Oh well, yeah, I have. I don't fucking
Well, I mean, each time it was like, it wasn't a little bit of poop.
Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What the fuck? What are you banging Andre the Giant's daughter? You getting chunks out of this thing? What's happening?
Well, no. The one time I was behind a chick and I was like, septic, and I was like getting in there.
Septic.
Yeah, septic, dude. Sept that dick. And I remember as I was fucking her, I looked down and I saw some, a little bit of poop.
And this is all the way out, or still going back in?
Like I
still on shift.
I was on. Yeah, it was on the base of the shaft, and I was like, all right.
Damn. So she all the way in.
I was going down, dude. I was slamming.
So you don't even know what the front end looks like.
I don't even
front
know
end
yet.
They're taking damage.
Well, what happened was, I said, now again, when you're in a shitty situation,
Oh.
you see what I did there? When you're in that situation, you have 2 options. One, you can be an asshole and make everything weird. You can make everything weird and fuck
Killing it
everything
with the puns, by the way.
And I'm not no shithead.
It's a tight situation.
You make everything.
Oh, thanks,
here's a
shoot.
shoot. Bringing in beers. We're talking about
Shoot, you're on camera now.
butt
Get it.
stuff.
Anyway.
Wipe your poop
I think she was talking to you.
Pretty sure.
All right, so go ahead.
Anyway, when I looked down and I saw that there was poop on the base of my dick, and I said, I was like, hey.
There's poop on the base of my dick. Did you say that?
No, what I said is I think we have a situation. going
That's
on
even
back here.
worse.
Well, I didn't know what to say. I wasn't
What
going
are
to
you,
be like,
a stepdad at a sleepover? Seeing some kid walk up with soaked sweatpants. You're like, Eileen, I think we got a
hey, we
situation.
got a problem, man. Got a thing we got to address.
Dude, that must be fucking just nightmarish for a girl who's getting a dick rammed in her ass, and you have to stop and go, I think we have a little situation. I don't know if you shit the bed. That's the situation you bring
I'm
up.
sorry. I got excited.
Here's the thing. I shit the bed.
So here's the thing. I pooped all over your rug. I didn't know.
I told you.
I said from the
Afghan?
jump, I had been eating some weird shit all day. I watched an Andre the Giant fucking
You
documentary.
watched me eat a tuna omelet.
You saw that. You knew that when you invited me
It's a
over.
4-egg, 2-tin tuna omelet.
That's recipe for disaster.
2-tin.
2-tin tuna.
So what did she say?
So when I said I think not that we have a situation. I think I said we're having. I was like, there's a little bit of an issue right now. I was like, don't get weird. But when I said that, she, I guess, knew what I was talking about because she knew my dick was in her ass. So
That was funny. She's like, "Which where?"
what? No,
Yeah.
but she bucked, she pushed back and bucked off of me. So my dick came completely out of her butthole. And when that did,
Open the floodgates.
Oh my god!
Did a whole poop come out?
The levee broke.
Ah! Ugh, dude.
Now,
I've never heard this.
yeah,
Have I heard this?
I don't know if you.
I know the thumb with the.
Oh, that was
yeah,
crazy. That
yeah.
was the first time. But that was that was actually my first time with poop. That was my first time involved.
It's good to reminisce. Now tell me about the time a shit fell out of this girl's ass. Good God, you are disgusting. What the fuck is wrong? Wait, how are we talking like a poop? Like, dude, when you're like, we got a little bit of a situation here. When you fucking tightened up your Nike Monarchs, like such a dad thing. Like, got a little situation here.
I'm trying
you
to be,
pull your dick out.
I'm trying
Does
to be
a whole poop
no,
come out?
It wasn't a whole like nug of dump. It was just like it's honestly just like more like just watery. It was just like
Number
watery.
3. She number 3'd you?
It was. I mean, I got a number 3, super size.
Oh my God.
Now, what I'm saying is, when that happens,
You fucking run, dude.
No!
Christ. You go, ew, gross, and fucking run. What's wrong with you? Shit ass. You get the fuck out of there.
no, you don't. You play it cool.
You're like, listen. Do you namaste? You're like, listen. Got a little sitch.
So here's the thing.
There is poop.
There's feces all over.
Gross.
So there was poop. Oh yeah, there was a fair amount of poop.
So where did it go?
So
Were you
it
on the
went-
bed?
Yeah, it was on.
Okay.
Yeah. So then, like, I tried also to like, like the situation's embarrassing, and I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. And I'm like, here's what I'll say: if you allow me to put my fucking dong in your butthole,
Yeah, that's embarrassing. Right off the bat, she should be embarrassed. Anyway, continue.
if you allow, if I am so privileged to put my
Don't church it up now. Just get to it.
What I'm saying is, if you're allowing me to put my dong in your ass and then like things go weird, I'm not gonna make you feel weird. I'm gonna try and be as polite because I know the situation's already fucked up.
Yeah.
There's poop everywhere.
Sure.
Stinks like a fucking like locker room.
Yeah. Probably not an after sex snack
No.
coming.
Well,
Maybe she could be hungry at this point.
I just pumped the toilet, so come on.
So wait a minute. Let's get a chokehold on this. She shits everywhere. Now,
She doesn't shit.
all right, she sprays out, whatever.
It's a little bit. Yeah, there's
Now,
decent
does
amount
she know that? What do you
Yeah,
do to
well,
control this
so
fucking thing? You
I didn't. Well, first of all, I put my
What, do you
hand,
use like one of her fucking college hoodies? You're like, oh.
I put my thumb on it and just sprayed everyone. No,
It's like a leak in the dam in a
it's like when you
cartoon.
put your
You get gum. You're like,
I get Flex Seal. I'm like, here we go.
dude, that's the Flex Seal commercial.
Dude, there's gotta
You
be
fuck girls in the ass.
dude,
You're like,
a Flex Seal ass sex commercial.
there should be
That
now.
is a
That girl should be-
$1 billion
She'd be
idea.
at home like,
The putty just like.
so what
So
did
anyway, after the poop came out and there was,
you, the fact that you're saying that sentence, so I'm sorry, go ahead.
after the poop came out,
Yeah.
and there was poop on my dick,
Sure.
and there was poop
Amongst
on,
other places.
there was, it was running. You get up, you be an adult, you clean yourself off as best you can. You go take a shower. You take a shower and you shower together, because you're
Oh, hell no.
no,
But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, you shower together. Everything's great. You soap up, clean yourself up, get everything clean,
Yeah.
and you go back for round deuce.
No pun intended.
And then I fucked her in the shower.
Well, yeah, there.
Yeah,
like
I
there.
mean, after everything was like,
Yeah, it just looks like the scene in Psycho after he gets stabbed. See a chocolate syrup going down the fucking drain. She stole that from Hitchcock. She's like, you can fuck me in the ass, but it's gotta be in the shower and in black and white.
if anything, that is probably the best place to fuck somebody in the butt is in the shower.
Yeah, I would have.
I mean, but like,
assume so. Yes.
you don't plan. That's also. I don't think ass sex is ever planned.
Well, let me ask you this: how'd you get into it with her that night?
Well, that was what we were banging normally, and then like I was behind her. And,
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was like,
I thought it was like a first time with her.
No. We had banged before, and then like I was, I was always doing butt stuff, and then I was like, I'm gonna put that fucking huger in there.
She obviously she has had.
Oh yeah, she's no stranger to
Okay.
the.
So that's just all right. So
It just got. I think what happened was,
sprung a leak.
I guess she just wasn't prepared.
The power plant could not. She Chernobyled.
She elephant footed, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I gave her that moose.
Oh.
It was. That caboose ran loose, dude. I'll tell you that much.
All right, let's get off the fucking.
All
That's
right,
good.
whatever.
That's good.
Is that enough poop talk?
I'm checking. Yes, we've hit the poop talk. But I did want to bring up the fact that we're on day 5 or 6 of this lockdown. And so I've been watching a ton of shit on. I do want to watch what you call it, which is oddly enough fucking who the fuck sent it to me? This is gonna piss me off. God damn it. So it was a suggestion for the reviews.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was fucking what's his name? It was God damn it.
Do we know this person?
Yeah. We know this person. I fucked it. I'm sorry. You shut your ass too, by the way.
Here I am talking
You
about.
know what? Stop. Maybe shut your ass for a minute and let the people soak in this sweet video fucking feed. It was on the page. Whoever recommended Thread about the guy who made the Killdozer.
Killdozer?
Yeah, the guy who went fucking nuts and made a bulldozer into like a fucking, just put like reinforced metal all around it and drove around, put like a 50 cal on it, went
That
fucking
is
nuts.
awesome.
You don't remember that?
No.
How do people not remember
When
this?
was this? The only
Not
thing
that long ago.
The only thing I remember, honestly, that even rings or like jostles any memory is that remember that dude in like fucking, what was it, 1994 stole the tank and drove it downtown Los Angeles and was just pancaking
Well,
cars?
DuPont did that with his tank.
Yeah, but this was like a guy who like he stole it from a base.
Ah.
He like literally just took it and was driving backwards down the fucking, and it's amazing.
I'm sorry for this. I'm scrolling through. I'll be honest with you, man. The fucking troublemakers in that YFI page has probably been the best thing about this whole fucking lockdown.
Oh, I know.
Damn, the posts are fucking.
They-
You see the one where the kid jumps off with his head into the trash can? He's like, and here's the number 3. Just jumps off. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
That guy fucking rules.
Dude, it was like, yeah, but he yells that. I was like, what the fuck's a number 3? I think that's what that girl gave you. Dude, that was a number
Definitely
3.
got a number 3.
Oh,
Like I
this is gonna
said,
fucking drive me nuts.
fuck it. Who cares?
No, I do. Because I give credit when credit's due, dude. So it's the documentary is called Thread. And it is it's about the guy who, I think it's just a pissed off farmer. It's like, repossessed his house. The bank fucked him over. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to take a dozer to it.
I
Good for
honestly,
you.
if more people did that, I think we'd just be a better society.
What's that?
If like everyone's so afraid of like, the police and the government and all that stuff, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And because like there's more us than there is of them. It shouldn't
Absolutely.
be. It shouldn't be the other way around.
Also, let me address this for Frankie. Frankie messaged us. Frank messaged us about fighting with my family. I watched it, Frank. It's the story about what's her name, the wrestler girl who.
Oh, is it? Wait, is that the movie with the fucking the Rock is in it? And
Yeah, Rock's in it.
I didn't see the. I didn't.
It's about
watch
what's
it.
her name, who's in the WWE, was in WWE and has like 47 sex tapes. She gets fucked in the ass. I'm surprised you didn't see it.
There's a girl in the WWE who gets fucked in the ass.
I mean, she had a sex tape leaked,
oh, well, who
like her
hasn't?
butthole.
Who hasn't had a sex tape leak? I'm surprised my sex tape hasn't been leaked.
Yeah. What? Ugh. I don't. Ugh.
9th grade anal.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this fucking thing, man, and I can't. And whatever. We'll talk about it later on. Anyway, Yeah, but all right. So speaking of the troublemakers, old Aunt Smeltzer hits me up.
Oh yeah, you were talking
For
about
everybody
this.
listening and watching, Ant's the one who got the tattoo of us, and he's the man. So he
He
tells Anthony, messaged me, he goes, "Hey man, do you still skate?" And I go, no, not really.
Honestly,
kicking around
to tell
here
you
and
the
there.
truth, I'm trying to imagine you on a skateboard.
I crushed. I was probably one of the best in the world. My finishing move was it was anal leak. It was when I would fall off a skateboard.
I was
and
gonna say, was
the
that when
wheels would go in my ass?
you would
And I was like, still a virgin.
still holy? I keep it a
That was a secret move,
dude.
that Kareem Campbell would do in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. No, but I was like, yeah, no, I still kick it around here and there, blah, blah, blah. And he tells me a story, and I won't read it word for word, but basically he goes into Zoomies, and he tells the kid, Zoomies, what up?
Jesus Christ.
Old guys like us, dude. I don't know how old Anthony is, but like obviously he's not an active skateboarder. But like, hey, you can get a good board and trucks and wheels and bearings there. He goes there to get what he wants. He tells the kid what he wants, and the kid apparently is like some young kid, and he's like, nah, dude, you don't want that. You want this. He's like, all right, I mean, this is how business works. I come in, if I know what I want, that's an easy sale for you.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever's worked retail is like, oh, thank God. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
Put the deck together. Here you go. Blah, blah,
Get
blah.
the fuck out.
So this kid's trying to fucking school him on what he wants. And Anthony hits him with, nah, dude, I know what I want. And honestly, you should probably listen to me. My name's Gator. You may know me, Mark Rogowski. But he hits him with Anthony because Mark Rogowski's real name is Anthony.
Yeah, yeah.
And this kid's like, all right, blah, blah. And he shows him his ID. And the kid only sees Anthony. Sells him. And the kid's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, wait a minute. So this kid's freaking out because he thinks you're a pro skater from like Bones Brigade, back in the 80s. But he doesn't know that you brutally killed a girl doing double life in St. Quentin. It's like, this is great.
Everything's weird now. I'm out.
So the kid, Anthony said the kid's just like, I'm so sorry, dude. Yo, you're the fucking man.
Dude.
I was like, dude. And I forgot to tell him, and I told him, and I said, I thought I said it on this podcast. Maybe I didn't, or maybe it was the real early ones where we didn't have as many listeners. But I told him, I was like, dude, have you ever heard the story about when I put $5 on Gator's books?
Dude, it's so good.
I still have the receipt. I got, yeah, you know it. I got shit faced. It was me, Gillis, and Kilah, and we were out somewhere. I don't fucking know. Probably Helium, came home shit faced, and I did so much. That was the best research I've ever done drunk. And really had some outcome to it, like some real results. I know that because I still have the picture of the receipt. What I didn't realize, what I put in the memo, because they should take that memo option out too, especially for people that are drunk that love Gator.
Because they know.
Because there's so many of them putting on his books.
Wait a minute.
I put $5 on Gator's books, and in the memo I wrote, "Have a honey bun on me with your murdering ass." And I was like, damn it, he's gonna fucking hate me. And dude, I remember thinking like, he's probably got other stuff on his mind right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he's doing double life.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, $5. I don't even think they have honey buns out there.
I think
That's West Coast. They don't know Tasty Cake.
I think it's funny that Anthony's just like, look.
Dude, the funny thing is, Anthony went right to the mass murder. He could have been like fucking Lance Mountain.
Yeah.
Fucking Steve Caballero. Fucking
Anyone.
anybody. This kid's 14. He don't fucking know anyone. And he goes, I'm Mark Rogowski. He's like, yeah, you got some history with that. I was like, yeah, I've had a run-in or two with that whole thing.
It's like me going to Home Depot. It's like, so this is what I need. I need 3 inches of quarter-inch PVC pipe. I need a little end cap. I need some fuses, maybe some black powder, maybe some fertilizer if you got it. Like, no, this is what you need, man. You need some steel piping. Like, look, I'm Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah, I watched that on Teddy. In his words,
I don't know if you know I'm the Unabomber. I know what I'm doing.
did you watch that about Ted Kaczynski?
No,
on
I didn't
Netflix.
watch.
Did you see what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
It's all right. It's pretty interesting to see his brother is on it.
Yeah,
and he talks about it. And really, who caught him was his sister-in-law.
I also think
to call Ted Kaczynski.
That I think the funniest thing about the Unabomber.
Yeah, what is it? Because there's so many wacky things. About
the funniest
Unabomber.
thing is that no one talks about how bad the composite sketch artist fucked it.
Oh, yeah.
On Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
No one talks about that. I think it is amazing because the composite sketch is absurd. Jesus.
Who's that?
Somebody.
What does it say?
Don't worry about it.
Come on.
Stop it. Stop.
Don't worry, I think the camera picked it up.
It's government lockdown, dude.
Hey. Wait, I love how I read the title but just didn't look at the picture. It's a giant picture. Anyway.
Yeah,
the composite sketch.
I think it's so crazy that like the composite sketch, and that circulated for almost half a year.
Yeah.
And people are like looking for a dude with a mustache, aviator glasses, and a hood. It's like it
Nothing
doesn't
like him.
Good-looking
guy.
Yeah, they're like, man, look at that guy.
I thought I had hood on. I was gonna put it. I was like, what's up?
Dude, that's what I mean. It's almost like you really didn't help anything. The sketch artist's like, what did you see? He's like, well, I saw a guy with a mustache. Okay.
Yeah.
Aviator glasses blocking most of his face, so you don't really get like how the face is shaped, and then a whole hood. You don't have any description. It's the most nondescript fucking composite sketch, and everyone's just like, that must be that guy.
Yeah.
It's and then when they find, they're like, fuck, dude. Then the guy's just like,
the best is that he didn't know that they were gonna heliport in his cabin. Because my lawyer didn't tell me that. Because Kaczynski apparently has done. He did the one interview. It was almost like right after he got caught.
Yeah.
He did one interview, and that's what is the basis of this series on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's his audio, and they just show like a still picture of him because I don't think they had live feed.
No.
So he's talking about. He's like, what I didn't know was my attorney. He did not tell me that they were bringing in my cabin, and then it just shows the real footage of this dog shit. Fucking, it looks like a doghouse coming down. It's outside the courthouse, and people are like, "There's this piece of shit cabin chops." He's like, "Uh-oh." He's like, "There's some stuff in there." How much?
Yeah, dude.
It's like one of those build by numbers fucking sheds you buy at Home Depot. It's fucking horrible. He was a piece of shit.
No, he's a fucking.
It's so funny to me though.
That I'm gonna be honest with you. Like when you find out or like read about dudes who have like anti-government manifestos, and like, and I'll say this: the only person who ever like within the last like almost 30 to 40 years, the only person who's ever come close to even like trying to take down the government at least is Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's even like come close to even
initially
like
just wanted to leave society.
Yeah.
He says it multiple times. He goes, I went to Montana or wherever the fuck he ended up at. He goes, I built a cabin literally and just nowhere near. And of course, I mean, this is kind of on him. I mean, this guy's a fucking genius. Kaczynski is an absolute genius. But he builds his little shithole cabin right next to a fucking lumber yard. And it's also in the middle of the woods where no one has any private property. Technically, kind of open to the fucking public. And it was just motocross dudes just flying through. It's like, yeah, dude, you're in the fucking woods. So he would just freak out more. He's like, these fucking lumber yards. It's like, well, I mean, it's a business.
Yeah.
How did you not visit the land first and be like, I wonder if they're chopping that wood during the day. Might be a nighttime thing. Either way, it might get annoying. I'm like, it's a lumber yard for Christ's sake.
You fucking idiot.
I was like, you went to Harvard and you got to question that?
I
got, dude. I got to get you on that series, dude.
It's just one of those things where like I don't know. I've honestly like I've seen like you see riots in the streets in different like countries about like trying to topple or overthrow a government, and I've always been surprised. Like again, I'm not hoping for violence. I'm not hoping for like terrible widespread panic, but I am surprised that we have tolerated as long as we have shit that just like I don't know, like other countries just wouldn't tolerate. Like we just are so
absolutely.
Like, yeah, like we're
kind of known for that.
That's what I mean. It kind of blows my fucking mind. Like we just like I guess this is just our life now. I'm like, no, man. We outnumber them.
Yeah.
We have I don't know.
Well, it's also like, dude, sorry, I was looking down. I was just
Yeah.
putting this in my notes before we get away from it. I agree with that 100%. Whatever you said. Anyway. Not the Unabomber stuff. the series I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah,
So, I've been watching just nonstop everything.
of course.
Okay. So on Amazon, I found this fucking shitty documentary series. It's called Who the Bleep.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like,
yeah.
it doesn't say bleep. It says,
Yeah.
hashtag exclamation.
All the crap. Yeah.
Right. It's horrible. But there's a few like crazy stories in it that are so fucking funny. All right. So one, all right, I'm gonna tell you this one. This lady, she worked at this she worked for the city. She said she shared an office with this guy, and she's like, he was so weird, and he always came over to me and then land shark out of a mug, huh?
Oh, there's some coffee in there.
You're putting land shark in a coffee?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, there you go. Anyway, God, dude, I can't get over why your insides are so disgusting right now. Tuna omelets, coffee, land shark. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you're doing everything right. We have some tinfoil grits if you want some of that too. Fucking eat that up. Jesus Christ. Eat a hoagie, would you? Anyway.
Go on.
So she's freaking out about her boss and he's a fucking weirdo. And it's so funny because she's like, he would just come in and like stare at me and be weird. And like, I didn't know what to do. And then like, sometimes he'd get real violent and just like look at me and just be like, you better not fucking act that way in here and this and that. And his name was Dennis. And then all these weird things were happening around our neighborhood. And then it was just nuts. And then like all these years later, they announced the BTK
I was going to say, is this Dennis Rader?
I shit you not.
Oh my
she shared an office with Dennis Rader. And it just like, he was weird, but I didn't say nothing. I was like, wasn't he like a cop or something? Or like,
he was
you work for the city. Like, cause I know she worked for the city.
He was, fuck, what? God damn it. He wasn't like a sheriff.
No, deputy.
Yes, he was some. He was.
Yeah, he was something.
He had authority.
And she worked in that office, and she shared it with him. And like,
yeah.
At one time, she goes, I just remember one time they were announcing like all this stuff, and I told Dennis, I said, my friend thinks it's this person or that person. He laughed in my face, and he was like, no, it isn't. And then years later, I was like, wait a minute, I'm sorry. You literally said to this guy, hey, my friend thinks the VTK goes. This guy's like, no, it isn't. And he's like, that didn't light anything up. Like, maybe it's Dennis. He's like, how is he so short? Nobody knows what the fuck
He
the
just
VTK.
turns around.
He's like, it's me. She's like, it might be him.
He's wearing an old lady's panties on his face, like, nuh-uh. That'd be crazy. It's like, I don't know. So there'd be days I would go into work and I would just smell this weird smell. And it honestly smelled like shit, but I didn't think to talk about it. And then I would go to Dennis. I'd be like, Dennis, what is that smell? And he would pull pantyhose out of his mouth and throw it down on the desk and then throw up. He would make himself throw up. And I was like, it's just the strangest thing. I come in every day. Sometimes I would go in and I'm like, this is a little weird working with this guy, considering he's drinking blood. He would go into the bathroom all the time. And anytime I had that time of the month, I would tell Dennis, buy me some more, feminine products, because we were the only two working together. And every time they'd be missing when I threw them away. And then I found in the microwave between two Amoroso rolls was all of my feminine napkins. It was the strangest thing.
Yeah, dude.
I never put two and two together.
Dude, that's how the episode went.
That's
just like that. It's like she's a moron. This guy is acting insane. And it's like, you work in law enforcement. Yeah. Say something. If not because you think he's a BTK killer, maybe because he's just acting like a fucking wild man.
Then again, it's, man, fuck. What? There were dudes I worked with, especially when I worked at the grocery.
I thought you were the BTK killer. I reported you. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm like, this guy I'm doing a podcast with. We're like 3 episodes in. Pretty sure.
So here's the thing. Remember how John Bonet, nobody knows? There's a guy. I gotta be honest with you.
Let me get this other one out real quick, though, before you say where you were working with. So that one was funny, but here's the best one.
Yeah.
There was this guy. He lives down Florida. He's from Brooklyn, and he's a like a lounge singer type guy, big fat ass dickhead, Doo-wop guy, Right. And his favorite band, Sha-Na-Na.
Okay.
Oddly enough, played at Woodstock. Had no idea about that. My dad told me about that a while back. But
Sha-na-na?
yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
they're like a doo-wop from like the 60s.
Played at Woodstock?
Yeah. Yeah, they were huge. They had their own show. They were fucking massive.
All right.
Yeah, a bunch. I mean, I think
Sure.
Foley was on for a couple episodes. He was the executive producer. All right, so no, but Sean and I was like a known thing.
Okay.
Anyway, so this guy's
Okay.
down in like Coral Springs, you know, fucking banging it up. He's hitting the circuit. He's hitting the dinner theaters. You know what I mean?
Get it.
Then all of a sudden, some guy walks in. His name's Tommy C or some shit. And he's like,
Of course.
"Oh, I'm Tommy C." And he's got a fucking necklace that says Sha-na-na. He's got a fucking like a Letterman's jacket with like shit down the side. And like right here, it says Tommy C Sha-na-na. All right. And he's like, "Yeah, I was
He's got
a
like
member
a
of."
tour jacket. Yeah, basically.
He's like, "I'm a member of Sha-na-na." And this guy is like, "Oh my God." You know what I mean? Like, I see this guy walk in. This is like meeting Elvis. You know what I mean? He's part of the best band in the world. I live for this band. And I'm like, all right, but wait for it. So he has him singing up. He's like, "Well, you set up and do a song. Is that cool?" He's like, "Yeah, I got my stuff. I'll bring it in." Guy brings in a fucking boombox and a cassette tape. And he's like, "Just press play." So he's up there. Shining on, bebopping, doo-wopping. He stinks. Then he convinces this fucking fat ass to like bring him out on a few other shows. They ran out some theater in like, you know, Fort Lauderdale. We're talking big time.
Okay.
Right? Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. You're getting Fort Lauderdale. You're getting big fucking numbers. We're talking like 120 people coming out. Sold out. Show starts at 8,
Okay.
maybe 7. Dinner time.
Sick.
And fucking, they go out, all right? And this whole time, I mean, I'm definitely cutting out a lot of the pieces. But he goes, the one guy, the fat guy, he's like, there was just certain things about him. Something was weird about this guy. You know, like, I love Sha-na-na. I'm like, yeah, you should know he was never he calls Bowser. Bowser was like the main dude of Sha-na-na. Yeah, dude. I swear to God. Look, dude, they're huge. His name's Bowser. He goes, "Yo, man." The funny thing is, he gets in touch with him. He goes, "Yeah, well, I'm performing with this guy, Tommy C. He says he was with you." And Bowser's like, "What? That guy's around again?" Jeez. He's like, "What do you mean? Like, was he in the band, this and that?" He's like, you know, we never really bothered with him when he started popping up using Sha-na-na as a credit because he always did like car shows and like dog shit dinner theater shows." And this guy's like, "So I was thinking," I was like, "Well, first of all, insult you right off the bat because that's what you do. That's your shows, our car shows and dog shit dinner theater in fucking, you know, Fort Lauderdale or wherever the fuck they're at." This fucking dude, this is what it leads to. This guy goes up on stage. Tommy C gets up on stage.
On stage.
He rips a hot 2-song set. 2 songs, that's it. He follows the main dude, though. The main dude rips. Him and his group come out. They got
Yeah.
the live band. They're crushing. Tommy C comes up. He's like, "I got 2 for you. Where's the tape deck?" Puts the tape in. Bombs. Dude, bombs for 2 songs. The fucking, all these people get up and go to the box office. They're like, "Yo, I want my money back. That guy's not in Sha-na-na. I know every member of Sha-na-na." And the owner comes up to the fucking idiot and he's like, "Hey, man, who's this closing guy you got? He's not even from Sha-na-na." And he goes to get him in the green room, peeks out. He's gone. Tommy C rolls. Turns out, wasn't with Sha-na-na.
You don't say.
This is when this guy, and then when they dig a little deeper, they find out some real juice on Tommy C. And I shit you not, this guy says the best line I've ever heard in my life. He goes, "And this is when I found out the biggest thing ever to rock the doo-wop world."
That is.
I swear to God, he says a line. "This is the biggest thing ever to rock the doo-wop." Dude, I can't believe I got that out. Doo-wop world. Dude, the doo-wop world.
Doo-wop world.
Well, turns out this guy just took a guy's name who had died and killed a guy. So he's hiding out as a shitty doo-wop singer in Coral Springs,
So
Florida.
Tommy C.
Tommy C. Never was Sha-na-na. Let's get
Never.
that. Don't
Killed
tie
it.
in Sha-na-na or Bowser.
killed a guy.
Kills a guy.
Took over his identity.
Yeah, but that guy's identity I don't think was a doo-wop singer. He was like, I'm just gonna be a doo-wop singer. And then told everybody he was in Shana Na. And yeah. And this guy was dead serious. And you gotta remember, or you gotta look at this guy. He was a fat ass guy with fucking ponytails, rings on every finger.
Of course.
Just huge fat Guido from fucking Brooklyn. He's like, I'm gonna tell you this. Rock the doo-wop world. You guys are playing the lower stage at Sizzler. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck are you talking? There's a doo-wop world?
So here's the thing. We were there. It was 1982. Right? We get booked at a Ponderosa. We don't know what we're doing. I understand Tommy C is showing up late. I'm like, Tommy, where the fuck are you? He shows up. One, blown out of his fucking mind. Yak to the fucking gourd. I'm like, Tommy, you going to be able to provide the tunes for these people? Now, keep in mind, I'm not going to lie. Booked house, 16 people in the back of the bank out at the Ponderosa. He gets up. Turns out the tape that he had was Van Halen's Panama. We didn't know that. But I tell you what, still sang Sha-Na-Na. Over top of Van Halen's Panama.
Dude, we thought he said cannonball.
We didn't know. It was like, Sha-Na-Na. Sha-Na-Na.
It's the funniest thing.
Dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's the rock the doo-wop. Dude, and that's why I will promote that series, Who the Bleep, on Amazon Prime, just because they made the scandal that broke the doo-wop world kind of interesting. It was just, you're waiting for the guy who's like stealing money from the register from the fucking VFWs.
Yeah.
It's like, was it Jimmy? It was. All right, that's the end.
You rocked the world.
And it rocked the world of doo-wop. I was like, dude. You know what doesn't rock the world of doo-wop? Doo-wop.
Dude, that's like saying, it's like,
And you know what? So I worked third shift
Yeah.
at a convenience store on Bridge Street in Spring City. This guy used to come in all the time. I had a little weird, and I thought about him. I was like, this guy's a little off. Turns out he knew how to get into the lottery machines at the end of the night. Rocked the Turkey Hill world to its core.
You know Turkey Hill?
You know, Turkey Hill ice cream.
It's like kind of the McMillions documentary.
so basically, you know, it's like so Wawa is at the top, okay? Sheets maybe.
We're third place.
That's a Browns.
You know what A+ is? Rock that to the core as well.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I worked with the dude at Superfresh that there would be days he would come in and like it's not that nobody liked him. He was very polite and kind, but he was just I'm never weirded out by anybody. I think everyone's like, just weird. Like if you work, let's put it this way, if you work at a grocery store in your late or early 40s, you're probably like a weird guy.
Yeah, all right.
Depending.
Go ahead.
Anyway, Ross would come in a lot.
Oh, I thought you were comparing that to somebody working at Ross, where I'd be like, yeah,
No.
that place too. Or
Yeah,
Marshalls.
If you work at a TJ Maxx in your late 40s, you've
Dude,
killed some
if
people.
you have a person's name on the place you work at that sells fucking shitty clothing in your late 40s, yeah, you got something going on.
So this manager at Fashion Bug.
Oh, no. That's upscale. Come on. You got Ross, DJ Maxx, Tej, Ross, fucking Marshall.
Deb.
Deb? Is that a place?
You don't know Deb?
Wait, is this called Deb?
Deb, the Deb. That was in Spring
I
City,
saw,
dude.
I saw your friend got a shirt that says The Real Pedge.
Oh, I know. I saw that too. No, that's not the real Pedge.
No, I know, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
She got a shirt that says The Real Pedge.
Oh, that's fucking awesome as shit.
You were out with her the other night.
Who?
Your friend. You were out with her the other night. She put a picture up. It was you two in front of a fucking bar. I think it was right after you got home.
Oh, I don't fucking remember that.
Okay. I think it was right after you fucking cooked Tom. In Philly. She's pretty active on the Wi-Fi page. She lives in Philly. She's a good friend.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're fucking Jesus Christ. I'm just,
Can't remember her name. Yeah, she's a good friend.
I rank and drink.
No, she's got like a kid. I think she's married.
Oh, you're talking about fucking Ashley.
Sure.
Yeah. She's the best.
Yeah,
She's
she got a
awesome.
shirt that says the real Pedge.
Yeah, she's the best, dude. She's the best. She took me out. She was great. That was like another thing that was like really nice of everyone.
Why don't I know this one? Is there something
You
there?
probably met her.
Did I talk shit on her?
I
I
don't
like
think.
fuck her. I was gonna say because you've never dated her, right?
No,
That's
I never
just a
did.
friend,
Yeah,
right?
She's just a friend. She used to come to the Raven Lounge a lot.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying?
You were saying how you're retarded because you work at a supermarket. Go ahead. We're back with Ryan Shaner.
So,
No, you're talking about
the
late.
guy that like he worked there, and he honestly like.
Also, let's separate before you go into this. There are jobs that companies like Acme and those bigger grocery stores provide for people that are mentally
and they do, and
handicapped, which is great. We're talking about a normal guy who's like,
Just-
I'm 48. Hey, listen,
Seriously.
I'm working at the Giant. I'm
He's
like,
just-
yeah, you got something going on.
He honestly like there would be times where like we would sit in like the cafe.
Hang out.
No, like,
at
we
my
would
mom's
sit. We
house.
would sit in the cafe like area, like and just eat. But then like he would be like in the middle of eating and like kind of kept to himself.
Sure.
But then every now and again, he'd be like, he would like eat and be look up. He'd be like, you know what's crazy? You know, it's like anybody can disappear whenever they want.
Oh yeah, that's when you get. Oh my God.
You're just like, and that would be like, and you're like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, no, if you just really wanted to go away, all you'd have to really do is like, just pick up and drive. Like, they're never gonna like. You can just go. You just go away if you really needed to.
Sure.
Like, and you don't know. There's no. It's not even like an
That's
A
what you're
and
like-
B conversation. Yeah, dude.
You just slide under the table.
That's crazy that you talk about it. Yeah, it's like I don't know. And you're just like,
Totally.
it's like, whoa, man, I can't believe they're using spiral ham for these hoagies that we got.
It's that Black Forest.
That's
or-
great. It's good. It's good. He's like, yeah, it's like, it's like, you ever, like, you know what the craziest thing is? When you're making out with your mother, you just,
Yeah.
you're like, huh?
Like, what is that?
It's like,
Go on.
It's like, it's like,
There's something crazier than that opening statement. Good. Yeah, let's hear it.
yeah, it's, he was just one of those guys that, like, everyone who worked with him, like, later would be like, we got to get, like, I don't want to be left alone in the store with Ross. Like, nobody wanted to be left alone with him.
No.
And that was a crazy fucking thing.
You know what's crazier? Online open mics. That's happening.
What did you just say?
Online open mics. That's a thing right now. I tried to get off your psychotic fucking former workers.
Thank you. Online?
Yeah, you can sign up for it.
What does that mean?
It means you go into a fucking lounge, like an online forum. Like it's a group chat. And you're like, it'd be like me right now, like, hey, what's the deal with retarded 40-year-olds that work at, Whole Foods? Am I right? Huh? Are they laughing? What's the comment say? Yeah. You didn't see Missiano texted about it or tweeted about it, and he was like, man, imagine being that
I thought that was a
unfunny.
joke.
No, that's a thing.
I
That's
thought
been
that was a
thing.
joke.
No, that's been a thing for. I've seen them. I've never actually. I'm trying to get one going right now, since we're live. You should try and find one right now while we do this, and they can watch you do it live, and we record it.
Hold on. I have.
You should do if you get on stage.
I'll
you're
rip a hot fuck.
You want to do that?
2-3. I'm
Would you
looking
do
right
it?
now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You could actually either text Lou or, damn it, somebody's got it. I got a whiz so bad.
Online open. This is 9 hours ago, 15 hours ago.
I'm gonna leave you alone though for a second. Don't be weird. I come back.
I'm gonna expose myself. It's the Patreon. People are paying for it. Oh my god. So I'm glad we can have some time alone. You all know what I know. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking. Looking for an online open mic. This will probably be edited out because it's Patreon. What? I don't know what else to do. I'm by myself. I'm like It's like I'm talking to Lawrence from fucking Office Space. You're about to tell me like, "Hey Peter, man, check out Channel 9." Jesus Christ, shoot. I don't know where this fucking online open mic is.
Did you find one?
No.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, either way,
Were you talking?
we're at 1:30.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can wrap this up. What else was I gonna bring up? Nothing. Yeah, thank you. All right, you can hit stop.
All right.